Hey guys, welcome back to an architecture tour of Half-Life 2. I am Simon, and when we last left off, we had we had escaped the Citadel once again and made it through
Let's get to the train yard before the Citadel blows.
through some zombie-infested car parks, and now we're at the surface again.
Finally, fresh shit. Oh my god. Striders really tore the hell out of this place.
As well as all communication systems based on forces currently stationed on Earth are now isolated.
I've never been happier to see Dr. Kleiner.
However, this is most likely a temporary state of affairs.
Anyway, so we get a vista straight away showing you the demolished city and the Citadel and the portal forming. Well, I don't know. They haven't explained to you what that is yet. Kleiner is telling you what's going on as well. And interestingly, that thing is hung on the wall, and the wall is still intact. These buildings are quite modern. That's interesting. Although that stone there looks like it's slightly more historic. I think it's supposed to mean that we are leaving the historic city center and moving outwards into the somewhat more modern outskirts of the city. Wow. Anyway, I think we're... Yeah, that kind of makes sense. We're... Although, as you can see, the Combine is still active.
They're looking for something. Probably us.
Yeah. Balconies? Balconies don't look out into anything. Kind of depressing. Yeah, so definitely
From the rooftops.
these apartments are...
I was hoping we'd get a bit farther before they noticed us again.
Yeah, these buildings are a little less historic as the ones... less historic than the ones closer to the city center where the the plaza and the other stuff was at the beginning of the game. Now, this bit is a little bit interesting. For some reason, the war is still active. Yeah, so remember, the war is the Combine basically demolishing our city and then establishing their zone of control behind it, right? Yeah, the war's still active, even though we have supposedly defeated the Combine for now, so I guess it's an indication that the Combine is still active. I mean, if we think about wars, I think the war is a fairly important symbol of the Combine in architectural terms. It's a symbol of their gradual takeover of the city. So the fact that the war hasn't been stopped, seems fairly significant. I mean, when I talked about the war earlier, I talked about some other wars, things like, the Berlin Wall comes to mind. When the Soviet Union collapsed, the Berlin Wall came down as well, and the images of people demolishing the building walls were quite, no, they were very.
Good job
It was a
sealing the burrows.
it was an important moment in history. You know, the demolition of that wall symbolized, you know, the collapse of the Soviet regime. So yeah, the fact that this wall hasn't collapsed seems kind of worrying to me, at least. Anyway, I wish I could read that. Oh, the wall is there as well. So I mean, I guess we're not that far from the citadel yet.
I'll cover the street while you figure this out.
Yep. So a small puzzle, not too complicated. Let's see, what's the best way to do this again? I think the best way was grab something to wedge under here. I think they'll work. Turn off the gas. So that's a kitchen. Pipes. An industrial size kitchen. Maybe it's supposed to be a cafe. It is. I mean, there's
Nicely done. Let's head upstairs.
these things. Displays of food. Maybe. Does that say cafe? Cafeteria? I think it does. Anyway, moving on. We have zombies. We also have roller mines. Take care of the zombies. So we're fighting through the buildings of City 17 again. I can't say I'm too enthusiastic about this. I mean, architecturally, there's only so many demolished buildings you can see before it gets a little old, to be honest. Whoa, sniper. We'll deal with him once we get down there, I think. Yeah, we do. So, let's grab that. Thank you.
Gordon, hold up a second. We can't get through here while that sniper's covering the street.
Yes. Well, if you get out of the way. The roller mines and the ant lions should distract them. Huh, the wall is here as well. But the citadel is that way. I thought the wall was supposed to secure the citadel, but I guess not. I guess they're using it in other places as well. So, yeah, fairly modern buildings, as you can see, the long rows of windows. None of that historical stuff around the train station. Whoa, run! And let's... Oh, we don't have grenades. I believe those are grenades. Oh, what the... I did not mean to do that. Let's try and grab one. Alright. Oh, great. Yeah, so that should do it for now. What are we doing, Alyx?
Nice toss, Gordon. That sniper almost took my head off. Let me
Positive
climb up and take a look at what we're
reinforcement?
walking into.
Alright, you do that. That looks a little bit older, except that it's a building bridge, so I guess it's not.
Uh-oh. They've got the street fortified up ahead. You run point, okay? I'll cover you from up here till you reach the far end. When the coast is clear, I'll catch up. Okay, looks like I can get that ladder down to you. Let me shoot out the latch. I might be a little rusty with this rifle. Ha! Nope, guess I'm not.
See, so this looks a little more historical again. This building here. The small windows, you know, as I said earlier, is a sign of the age of the building. Whoa! Let's just run around a bit. What?